Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Navs Effect. I'm your host, Naveen Ganglani, and today we are joined by Zain Mahmood, one of the Filipino American basketball standouts currently in Los Angeles, who, let's just say, might be playing college basketball here in the Philippines in 2024, most likely. But Zain, hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? I see the Brandon Ingram jersey right behind you there. I know it's been a whirlwind last 24 hours for you with the traveling and
Yeah.
whatnot from Canada. So, how are you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good. It's just coming from Canada last night after spending the week with my family. We had a little break over here, getting back to school this morning, and having to find some time to train later. It's been a long day, but I love it. I'm born for it.
Yeah, for sure. So you're done with your junior season of high school. You're playing AAU ball right now, but you're finishing your classes for your third year of high school, right? Or your junior year, rather.
Yes, sir. Finishing
Okay,
up over
okay.
here.
So you have 1 year left, and then from there, what's the plans? Like, are you coming directly to the Philippines to play ball, or are you going to stay there for a little bit, try to see maybe what there might be there in the United States for you? What's your plans?
Well, the plan is right now to evaluate the NCAA opportunities, but at this point, like I'm hearing out everything and I'm very involved in like trying to get to the Philippines and see what kind of universities or want to talk to me. And I really think like it's an option at this point. And I'm leaning towards coming out there just because I know how it is, the love from the people and the basketball there. I just love it all. And already playing part of Gilas, like just wanting to be more involved and wanting to play in that same type of team again. It's like it really pushes me to want to play college ball over there.
Yeah, when you were here a few weeks ago for NBTC, there was a picture of you with Jaden Harper and Coach Tab that kind of made the rounds on social media. Now, I can say this, I know for a fact that Ateneo is interested in recruiting you, but some other schools are in that list as well. And you comes to mind, the Bulldogs. But
Mhm.
just the NBTC experience, playing the games, getting to talk with college coaches, maybe getting to meet some recruiters, just kind of take us through that. What's that experience like?
Well, you know what? Like just coming back, it was exactly what I expected and more. Just the love from the people, playing in the environment, and I think one of the coolest parts was getting to play in MOA. Like you see so many pros play there, the college guys play there. So getting to be able to like step on the same court that they did, that was a great experience. And in terms of talking to coaches and stuff, I just think it's a great experience. Like I get to meet and talk to college coaches. That's not something a lot of guys get to say, and to be blessed like with the athletic ability to be able to even be considered to play university ball anywhere is a gift. So I really appreciate that.
So which coaches, which schools did you get to meet the last time you were here? Or maybe not even meet in like a formal setting, but maybe just get to speak with, maybe get introduced to and whatnot.
Well, for one, I caught up with Coach Tab again, and I've been seeing Coach Tab, and we've been keeping in touch since I was about 14. He came out to Toronto for a showcase, and he saw me out there, and so I was keeping up with him, and we got to catch up. And also, I ended up taking playing a game at NU with the other team, and I got to
Mm.
meet some of their coaches, and like just I don't know which campus we were at, but I know I played there, and we played against some of the 18 guys, and that was great. And I got to talk to their coaches and the players and just get some insight on what that's like.
So right now it's only NU and Ateneo that you've spoken with. Is LaSalle, UP, maybe some of the other schools in that mix as well?
I've also heard from Adamson as well as FEU and talked a little bit to UE, most of the schools in the UAAP.
Great, great. So UE, Adamson, NU Ateneo, did they miss someone there? No, I think that FEU. So that's five out of the eight schools already. And who knows, UST, LaSalle, UP might join that mix
Yeah.
too. So just from the culture being here, and like you mentioned, you've been with Gilas too, right? So just from the culture being here and seeing the crowd, noticing the social media reactions, all of that jazz, right? What's so different
Mhm.
about the Philippine culture of basketball from what you're used to back there in the States?
So just being like a Filipino, half Pakistani, Canadian kid, I'm already in a minority of basketball players. So I feel like I'm heavily underrated in the fact that like we don't get a lot of exposure out here. That's why I'm so thankful to like the Fil-Am Nation, Phil-Can Nation, all the Filipino platforms that are just putting on for Filipinos in North America that and all over the world now that struggle to stand out because of their race. They're putting on for them. And I just think that being in the Philippines is like not only am I with my people, but Like I feel like I'm at home. I love the weather. The people are great. The basketball's fun. I know people like to get on about how it's like chippy and scrappy, but I like that type of stuff. I'm a big guy, hit around, like I can hit the open three too. So it's like I can play inside out with that. But it's just I just feel like I'm really at home, and I don't think I've ever had a bad day in the Philippines. That's why I like telling people. I always have great days, no matter how it starts, how it ends. It always ends off good. So
Right, right. Yeah, and if you ever have a bad day in the Philippines, all you gotta do is get adobo somewhere, and suddenly your day just feels better, you know?
yeah.
The food here is
Mhm.
awesome. So you've got a mix of a lot then. So you're American, you're also Canadian, Pakistani, and you've got some
Mhm.
Filipino blood in you as well, right? So how's that all
Yeah.
coming together?
So I'm actually not technically by blood or like by relationship American. I'm just over here for school right now in California.
Okay.
But my parents both immigrated to Canada, and there's a lot of Filipinos there as well as a lot of Pakistanis. And my parents met in college, and so that's how I kind of got here, and how like I just want to like put on for my culture because it's too well. I heavily like dive into the Filipino part and I embrace that part too. There's not a lot of Pakistanis playing high level basketball, There's known for a lot of other things. So I just like I always know like I'm wearing two flags on my back.
Correct, correct. And when did you start playing ball? Was it something you picked up right away? Were you a late bloomer? How did the love for the game start?
Well, I was a really late bloomer. I was around 11, 12 years old. I was playing with at recess with my friends, and it all started when I was literally just in a Saturday development camp league. And I ended up playing on the travel ball team just because I was big. And so that's how it started.
Right.
Like I was just a big, tall kid, and there wasn't really a lot of love for it. Then I got to my eighth grade year, and I decided, like I don't want to go to the regular high school. I want to go to school for basketball. So through grade 9, 10 and 11 I played basketball. Like I played basketball at school. Like that was like my focus. And not to say that I'm not academically like well off. I mean, like I have good grades, but it's just that I went to school for basketball so I could pursue a basketball career, and that's what I want to do.
Were you one of those kids who ate a lot and then you got big and then you had a growth spurt, you lost the weight, and then suddenly you're this big guy playing basketball on the court and you're just like taller than everybody else?
Yeah, that's exactly how it went down. I actually lost the weight and just started enjoying the game. And then, you know what, I got to the point where it's like I'm playing on these ranked teams in North America and I'm playing high level in high school. I just want to keep going. I don't think I really realized what really helped me realize I want to go far was playing Gilas last year. I feel like at first I was kind of like, okay, I gotta make it. But now after that experience, it was like I gotta make it now. Like I like this too much to just let it go and go do something else.
Yeah, for sure. When you say that you like playing the game, right? You like understanding the game. Does that mean you watch a lot of NBA or maybe even the local hoop scene, try to like watch film, get a few tips and tricks and whatnot?
The UAAP is back for its second semester sports. Make sure to check out Get Blued for all your staple Team Ateneo gear, and of course for your men's basketball championship shirt in case you haven't gotten it yet. Visit Get Blued on social media and their stores at Shopee Mall and Laz Mall. And remember, always buy original.
As much as like there's watching it, I feel like I'm more of a player. Like I can't watch for too long
Mm.
without wanting to go outside and shoot around. So I feel like from the player standpoint, I love to just play. And I know everybody wants to play, but I mean like I like to just go, be like free and feel like I can just like play my game and have fun. Because that's what it's about, right? Having fun. It's just a game at the end of the day. You can't take it too seriously or you'll stress yourself out. But not to say you can't want to go far, but it's just a game.
Right, right. So and Brandon Ingram's your favorite player?
No, I'm actually in my roommate's room right now.
Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. So who do you kind of try to model your game after?
I like Jimmy Butler a lot just
Yes,
because I
sir.
feel like I feel like he comes from a skill set that people can obtain. And while he's physically blessed too, the way he knows how to use his body, get to the mid range and defend, he's not the most incredible guy in the league, but he knows how to get it done efficiently and he's just like a strong player who plays and he just plays like a dog and that's what I try to be when I'm out there.
Yes, sir. See, you and I are getting along already. I think you and I are gonna get along even more because
Yeah.
I like me some Jimmy Butler, man. Now,
Yeah.
the Gilas experience, I think that was important. So I'm checking out your FIBA profile right now. The 2022 FIBA Under 16 Asian Championship, which I believe was in Iran, you averaged 11.3 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, and maybe some struggles with your free throw shooting, if I can say, 6 of 14 from the free throw line.
Mhm.
From the 3-point line, you went 2 of 5, so you don't take a lot of 3-pointers actually.
Mhm.
But overall, from the field, you shot 61%. So from 2-point
Mhm.
range, you shot 28 of 44, 63.6%. So I've gotten to watch some clips of you. Now, obviously, when you're in the teenage years, the improvement you can make from like 16 to 17 years old is immense. But based from the statistics, a scouting report right now, it looks like you can score inside. Maybe need to work on your 3-point shooting, free throw shooting a little bit. You can rebound the ball. But if you had to give yourself a scouting report, if you had to tell us what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, what would you say?
If I were to give myself a scouting report, I would like to say like I know how to abuse the mismatch. So if the guy's bigger than me and I know I can beat past him, I'll take him outside. And the guy's smaller than me, I'll take it down low. And like I can play inside out. But I think if you were trying to stop me, you'd have to make me dribble. Like make me dribble a lot. And I can That's something I'm trying to work on. I'm really trying to like hone in on my wing game. And I feel like I can attack off the wing really well. But in terms of like actually breaking down a guy like some of these guards do is something I really have to work on. So I would say that. And just keep me out the paint because I know how to finish in the paint pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. One thing that I also noticed and something I found quite interesting was how quickly it seems like we gotten close to your friend or the local players here from the Philippines. Like I think you're pretty tight with Jared Bahay, for example. Now I'm guessing that closeness, that relationship in Santi Romero also and some of the other local kids who recently committed to colleges, right? I'm guessing that those relationships you developed them because of your experience with the national team and the fact that you guys all flew together to Iran. People might not realize it right now, but you guys are eventually going to be the next generation of ballers playing here in the Philippines, right? And that's college basketball, then it's pro basketball. Who knows where everyone ends up? But the potential is obviously there for you. What's your relationship like with some of the other guys that who you'll be playing basketball with over the next few years?
I feel like building those connections with guys like Andy, Santi, and Jared, and all the guys from that team. It came from the level of closeness. Like when you do something like that Gilas experience, it grows to level of closeness. And at first, when I flew in, I was nervous. I didn't know what it was gonna be like. I didn't know if I was gonna get like approved by the guys or if it was gonna be like a struggle to try to integrate. But it did not feel like integrating. It just felt like here are some hoopers. Let's all go out and play. That was the best part I loved. I love the acceptance of them, and it was just easy the relationship from there. Spent some time, when Jared and Porter, they spent some time at the hotel, so it's easy when they're also willing to like initiate in the relationship. And I don't know, I don't want to say I was surprised, but I was like, it was really easy to build the connection with the guys like Jared, Andy, Santi, because they made it easy. We didn't feel like outcasts. And like I said, like I was nervous about coming in at first. I didn't know if I was going to get outcasted or us and the other Fil-Ams were going to get outcasted. So I'm just glad that they like let us in, and we were able to build a relationship there. It's easy to build a relationship when the guys around you want to just play basketball. And I think that's what we all really bonded over. But at the same time, spent a couple of nights at Santi's house. Jared and Porter came by the hotel a couple times. So just being able like for them to be open as well as us to be open, it made it a lot easier. And now like they're doing their own thing and we're doing our own thing, so it's harder to like interact. But even at NBTC when we all saw each other, it was loves, hugs, selfies, pictures, because like those are still our guys. Like you can't take away what we did together and just like forget about it. We're never gonna forget about each other. We're all still very close. So it was a lot of fun.
Hello everyone, we're taking a quick break to talk to you about our new sponsor. The most immersive sports betting platform is now online through DexWin. The platform, which is curated for basketball betting, just had a successful beta phase which saw sports bettors from all over the world place more than 5,000 bets and parlays, and they're now open to the public. DexWin offers immersive betting markets on your favorite teams and players with the best odds on NBA, PBA, EuroLeague, and other leagues. Users can sign up via their email, social media accounts, or cryptocurrency wallets and get free bets worth up to 550 pesos. Players can securely withdraw and deposit funds via popular applications like Gcash, Binance, Coins.ph, and others. Betting agents and sports bettors can earn passive income through referrals and earn as for each referred player bets on the platform. DexWin has exclusive NBA playoff bets designed for basketball sports bettors which are not available in other betting platforms. What are you waiting for? Sign up now and remember, bet responsibly.
You got some funny stories about Jared or Santi or any of the guys from your trip to Iran last year that you can share about?
Let me get back to you in 1 second. Let me think. There's a lot, but oh my gosh. So these guys, like I don't know if you've noticed, but in my Instagram comments, like people they love calling me Burger Boy, right? And it was all so what happened was there's this photo where I'm trying to make a heart to the fans, but
Yeah.
I'm like emotional in the moment, so it looks like I'm doing like a burger. And ever since Basti like made it looks like a burger, it it still sticks. Like it's been a whole year and it still sticks. And also this video of Caleb at Coach Chut's house where he's having a beef tapa. So we were just calling him Beef Tapa Boy. It's not like, there's just little inside jokes and like just little things like that that stick around and help us stay close.
Yeah, hey, beef top was really good. Did you get to try it?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Now, you guys probably went head to head in practices a lot too. And given that you're all talented young standouts, I have to know, like, what were some of the impressive moments during practice? Like, who was the toughest guy to guard? Who was the player that really impressed you? Who was the guy that you didn't think maybe would be that good, and when you saw him on the court, suddenly he's just like killing everyone, stuff like that.
Yeah. So I remember the first day I got to practice, I was really nervous, and because all these guys were killing it. Like Porter was hitting from three, getting down low. I think Basti hit like 8 threes in a row. LeBron and Jared were looking like Kyrie and Steph Curry. I was like, it was just that was like very humbling because I didn't know how much basketball talent there was in the Philippines. And I just thought I was really impressed by Renzo. And I know Renzo's like kind of from California, but the way he can shoot the ball, like he can shoot the leather off it, and it's like there's like some shots during the game where I'm going in for a rebound. I'm like, he just made that. So it's like that constant cycle of these guys that were constantly like impressing me. Not to say I'm someone that has to be impressed by them, but it's just like, wow, like the talent is everywhere. Who else? Andy. Andy. I know Andy's the superstar now. Shout out to Andy, but like that kid works and like whatever he's gonna end up getting, like he deserves it because we know about his like I know about his like day in the life and his schedule and what he does, and I just wish nothing but the best for that kid. He's a hooper.
What kind of schedule does he have? Like, what's his workout routine like?
I don't know too much into it, but I know there's a lot of pressure to go to the NBA for him. So it's not even just in the
Mm.
Philippines. So I know he lives out that, like lift hard, play harder. He goes, I remember one time we went at NBTC, we went out to eat. It's like 8 o'clock. Santi's like, yeah, he had to go home because he has to sleep. He has a game tomorrow. And it was the All-Star game. They talk about the All-Star games. He was locking in for the All-Star game. You know what I mean? So just that kind of mentality is gonna get him far.
Right, right. You're talking about Andy, not Santi, right? That was Andy.
Yeah, I was talking about
And
Andy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Andy. Oh, that's quite. Andy's game is just it feels so natural when you see him on the court, right? It's like he has the ball in the string. It's like he's born to be a hooper. And I can say the
Yeah.
same thing for Jared. Jared always seems like he's in control too, and he attracts so much of the defense. Now,
hmm
have you been keeping up about where these batchmates of yours have been committing to, which colleges they go to? Like, Seven and Luis just recently committed to UP. Same for
Yeah.
Jared. And some of the other guys have gone elsewhere too. Which kind of like off-season recruitment move shocked you or kind of caught you by surprise?
Jared to UP was pretty surprising, just because there had been rumors like he had already been training with Ateneo and stuff like that. So I didn't really see it coming, but it was kind of one of those, oh, that kind of happened moments. Like, and then there wasn't too much that surprised me more than it had me like, wow, okay, that happened.
Right.
Like, it's just nothing really like, because college is college. Like I know like most of them are gonna end up at a UAAP school. It's just which one, and a lot of guys went to UP. A lot of guys went to UST, who I think will have like a pretty decent season this year. And it's just more of like a wow kind of reaction to these commitments.
So you've mentioned 5 UAP schools after you right now. Do you have like a team that's kind of stood out from the rest? And obviously, you're far from making a final decision. So much can change. You still have AAU ball. You still have one more year of high school ball left in the States, and who knows? Maybe there's there's an NCAA offer that comes. But if you had to kind of like make a decision right now, again, this isn't final. Is there like a
Yeah.
clear-cut favorite that you might prefer more than the others?
I don't want to make everybody mad right now, but I do like the color blue, you know.
Okay.
Like I like
Okay.
yeah, I like the color blue, you know, but specifically like that dark Gilas blue, you know, that
Mm.
Ateneo blue. But like I said, like I appreciate all the love from all the schools, and I'm still open to hearing out every one of them. But I do really like Ateneo right now.
And that's because of the coach tab effect, or is that because of the guys in the team? Like, what's the attractive?
Honestly, I think you worded it and like as like the coach tab effect. I just really like after like I've been seeing him throughout the years, you know. Um just being able to catch up with him and talk to him, and I watched a couple of practices, so I got the insight on like how they do things, and it's just really something I like and what I fell in love with.
Fantastic. Okay, see, I think we're gonna leave it there because I think there's gonna be another podcast episode in the future, perhaps once you've committed to a school. But Zain, thank you so much for joining me, man. I know it's been a crazy last day for you, but I appreciate you taking the time off. Yeah, just anything you want to share about what you've got in store for you for your fans who might be following the rest of your high school career before you come here in the Philippines?
Nothing too specific. It's just I'm looking forward to making noise, you know, whether it's this summer and, you know, I'll be posting on my Instagram about what I'm doing with that, or whether it's in the Philippines for university, but just know I'm going to be making noise and putting my name out there.
Fantastic. We'll all be tuning in for that. Me particularly, I follow you on Instagram already, and I'll definitely
sir.
be on the lookout. I'll also let you know on this podcast and stuff because I think this was a great episode and a lot of people are going to enjoy it. Zain, thank you so much, man. I wish you the best of luck and more power to you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.